reported the city manager, reported the city attorney, when I add that to it. So that'll have to be approval of the agenda. Somebody wants to make that motion.
I make a motion that we amend the agenda the way Mayor said.
Second.
All in favor? All right, citizens' comments, is there? All right. The only person signed up is Robin Reynolds, so if you would like to approach the podium, state your name and where you live, please.
And you'll have to repeat that last statement.
State your name and where you live, your address.
My name is Robin Reynolds, and I actually have 2 residents that I pay taxes on. And one is in the Parish Court area, 203 Persinger, and the other one is 433 Grundy Road, High Acres. And what I'm addressing today for is, now first I want to apologize to the council for last week. When I was here, I was at the understanding I would be able to speak and express my concerns, and it didn't work it out. And I was trying to ask a question to the candidates, and I don't think it came across that as well. But what I'm here for is, for the past 4 years, almost 4.5, there's a fire hydrant right beside my resident at 433 Grundy Road. And they never flushed them before. They started 4 years ago, and how I know this to be a fact, so there was a trailer on fire up there. They could not find a fire hydrant, and the trailer went. And I expressed to them, well, there's a fire hydrant right down here. 4 houses, maybe 5 trailers down. So they started flushing them. Well, I started having some standing water, debris going to the front porch, and went out one night when they were doing it about 11:30, 12 o'clock to let my dog out, and there's the man sitting in his truck, city truck, and I've got a puddle of water, and it's dark, so I can't really see it, and I stepped in it. Well, I was livid, and I went out and I went like this to the gentleman, like, you know, nothing was done. So I started then calling the city maintenance to let them know that that's going on, that a hydrant hose needs to be attached to this hydrant. There's a drain ditch behind the trailer. It doesn't take but a few seconds to take that hose back there and let the drain happen. And I should, you know, and no citizen should have property damage because of a city issue. Well, that's continually happening. Every time it happens, or I get a notice that they're going to be doing that, I call the department. We will pass the information on. Well, on Thursday of last week, a week ago this past Thursday, I came home about 1:30, 2 o'clock. There is the fire hydrant going. It had, I thought, been going for 3 hours, but I found out today by the groundskeeper it had been going since 9 a.m. I had anywhere from 8 to 12 inches of water all around the lot. It had gone, it was seeping to the trailer behind me, the trailer in front of me. I could not get into my house. Finally, when they came and cut it off, I had called the department twice. They said they'd have Mr. Lowry to come and speak with me. And so the truck comes from the city. I told them then that they had 10 minutes to cut it off, and I was firm. They said they didn't work for the city, but they would go and pass the word on. They turned around, went up, another gentleman come down and said, you got 10 minutes to cut it off. He goes and gets a wrench, cuts it off. Still did not see the department head. He did try to call me about 3:30 that evening, and I did not hear the call. I don't know if my phone was still in the car, or if I was in the house, or I was outside walking the ground. So when I did get the message, I called him and I told him I was distraught and I was livid, because I had been for 4 years calling to get this problem fixed so that it would not happen again. So I get there, I call him back on Friday thinking he's gonna call me. He doesn't. So I get off from work, I call him. And he said, I'll be there in 10 minutes. He said, does this happen when it rains? I went, no. So he thought it was from one of the trailers up the runway where they had let the fire hydrants. The reason for the leak, he told me, was that when the camera people come, was checking water lines to see if, you know, how things were running. The company you all hired found a leak up there. So in order for them to get the leak fixed, they had to let the fire hydrants run so they could find the leak. And then talking with Mr. Dressler last week, I found out it was under a trailer up the runway. And I'm hoping that this is the start of a new beginning, that they are going to carry a mandatory fire hydrant hose in trucks to attach to these fire hydrants. I have since then rode around Covington, and there is a lot of fire hydrants that the way that they're setting, the backwater will do the same thing. One of my underpinnings has done, not this time, well, it's worse this time, but the last 2 times it's caused my underpinning to buckle. Now I go for days and weeks and smell mustiness. I'm still smelling that now. I'm worried now that it's going to knock my foundation out, you know, because of the way it settles, and I know that does happen because I just had to jack up the shed 4 inches because over the past 20 years it has settled. And so I'm getting ready now to check the underpinning. I'm fearful that I'm going to have to replace every bit of the underpinning. And I should not have to do that for fear that it's moldy from all the past 4.5 years with this water building up from this fire hydrant. So that's what I wanted to address, is because citizens should not have issues from when the city does work. They should not have property damage. They should not have to deal with flooding. You know, I do know accidents happen, but I have been for 4 years calling. And now, you know, we've got this. So that's my issue. As soon as I do find out if there's any other problems, I will be contacting either Mr. Lowry or Mr. Dressler.
These heavy storms that we've been having this year and last year, the heavy storms,
they did not do this.
the water didn't.
No.
I'm not saying it did. I was just asking if the water bubbled around the trailer did.
No. It might set 1 or 2 inches, but then depletes, goes away. And I do have pictures on my phone if anyone would like to see them. So thank you. Y'all have a good day.
You too. Thank you. Thanks for coming. We'll check into that. We'll see what's going on with it.
Pardon?
I said we'll check into that. We'll see what's going on, see if
Yes,
that can be corrected. All right, that's the only citizen that had a comment.
You skipped, approval of the agenda.
No, we did that. We made a motion. Because I checked, I had no more. All right, so we're gonna get down to appointments. And we're going to appoint an interim District 1 candidate is going to be appointed to the District 1 seat of City Council tonight. Between the 2 of them, Ms. Tamria Scruggs Duncan and Mr. David B. Goff. And I'm going to let Amber take care of that.
All right, I would like to request a motion from the council to nominate a candidate for the interim District 1 council seat. What we're going to do is council will now proceed with the appointment of an interim council member for District 1. This vacancy will be filled in accordance with the City Council bylaws and the city charter and the Code of Virginia. The individual appointed will serve until the special election on Tuesday, November 4th. To be eligible, candidates must reside in District 1 of the City of Covington, Virginia, and the appointed individual must file as a write-in vote in the special election for the council if they wish to continue serving. If the outcome is a tie, the interim District 1 seat will remain vacant until appointment is filled by the Circuit Court. There are 2 candidates under consideration. As Mayor Forbes said, when your name is called, council, please state the name of the candidate that you each wish to appoint. So I will start the roll call after I give a motion.
I'll make a motion. All in favor?
All right. Councilwoman Crowder, who do you wish to vote for?
David Hall.
Councilwoman Crowder votes for David Gall. Councilman Hunter, who do you wish to vote for?
David Gall.
Councilman Hunter votes for David Gall. Councilwoman Wolf, who do you wish to vote for?
David Goff.
Councilwoman Wolf votes for David Gall. Mayor Forbes, who do you wish to vote for?
David Goff.
Mayor Forbes votes for David Gall. Mayor Forbes, the vote is complete. The tally is as follows. Ms. Tambria Gross Duncan received 0 votes, and Mr. David B. Goff received 4 votes. With the 4 votes in favor and 0 against, the motion carries, and Mr. David B. Goff is hereby appointed to serve as the interim District 1 council member. The record will reflect the results of this vote.
Second point of business is to appoint Mayor Fred Forbes to the Roanoke Valley Alligator Regional Commission to fill the unexpired term of the late Mayor Parsons. This was tabled back in August, so I guess somebody needs to make a motion.
I'll make a motion
And I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
And then the appointment of Kyle Jones of the Department of Social Services to the Covington Housing Authority to fill the unexpired term of Tammy Wilson. Ms. Wilson's resignation is effective and will no longer be able to serve on or after August 31st, which that's an unfilled seat right now, position. I make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor? All right, report to the city manager, Mr. Russell.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of council. Good to see folks from the city of Covington in attendance for our meeting this evening. I just want to go over a few things. We've met with our folks from VTARC and Virginia Tech and local business folks recently on our STEM education at Covington Middle School. Just tickled to death to report on the progress of that, the buy-in that our teachers have, and we're excited to get our program put together and do some work between our school, of course, our greenhouses across the street, and I think there's a really nice buy-in by our folks at the meal. So we are encouraged by all business and folks involved with our kids here in the community and proceeding with improvements in education. So just tickle to death to report on that. The waterline project on Princeton is moving along. Hopefully by the end of this week, the waterline will be complete. And then we got some pretty serious road work to do up there, but that was on our paving schedule back a couple of years ago. So we've already got the bid to pave with the amount of construction and destruction that we've had up there. We've got some road improvements to do before we get it paved. But a good project. City folks very, very much involved in the installation of this and working along with the contractor to assist with the digging. And it's gone very well. And I have heard some positive things from the residents and thanks for their improved water line. And and the road is getting ready to be addressed. As I mentioned sometime back, our paving will resume, if not next week, then the week after. Our contractors involved in some work with the town, with the forge, and hopefully they'll be wrapped up, hopefully by the end of this week. Our first project, of course, will be Mid-City Mall, and once we get that, and then hopefully we'll be to the point at Princeton, and then we'll get back to what was already on our list for paving at the conclusion of our last fiscal year that we were unable to get done. The Casey Field underneath Booty Albert Stadium, the renovations are going well. I would like to let the public know that there will be porta johns available on both sides of the stadium Friday night for the Cougar Brookville Bees football game. We're just not quite to the point of opening up publicly the 2 new restroom facilities. They're in very good shape, but there's a few T's and I's to dot with those facilities, and I'm just hesitant to open it up to public use without it being completely done. So we will have that taken care of, and hopefully we'll be in there certainly before the season is over with. We're actually at Casey Field tonight with our first youth league football game. So our season is upon us, and we appreciate the hard work that everybody's been involved with. You've probably, unfortunately, seen Columbia Gas cutting our brand new asphalt leading into our brand new field house today. So that discussion has been had, and all is well. So we'll keep moving forward. The Rivermont Housing Project that we've mentioned several times over the last couple of years, it's in the plans, should be in Eric's hands. Eric had planned day off today, but the plans were to be delivered to him last week, so we're anxious for his approval of those so we can get started with our construction up there. We have had continued conversation with the Department of Transportation on our Beach to Pine sidewalk project. There's a little bit of money needed. I mean, we will be able to do the project, but we would like for the Department of Transportation to greatly assist us, and so they're working towards that. We're ready to go to work. The contract has been approved by VDOT. Fortunately for Covington, it's a local contractor that got the bid. It's just a matter of seeing if they can assist us with a few more dollars to get the project rolling and moving on. As I try to do on various weeks with reports, shout out to folks. I just need to shout out again our Cedar Hill Cemetery staff. The grounds up there are in very good shape. There's only a small group of folks up there taking care of that cemetery, and that is not an easy job to do on any given day. By the time we get through mowing one section and get across, we're back to where we started from within a few days. The trimming around the headstones, and again, just kudos to those people up there at Cedar Hill. Roman Windsor is the leader of our pack up there, and I just a lot of praise to them folks. In addition to that, you know, they have to change faces quite a bit, dealing with families that have lost loved ones, and so in addition to the sweat and the blood and the tears of the hot days, we have to turn face about and be able to work with folks in a grieving situation. Kudos to them. Very, very important on behalf of our city, the job that they certainly do. According to Chief Smith, we have had a smooth opening to our school, particularly in traffic. We may have had a hiccup or two the very first day at our middle school, but things have worked well. We have worked from our school buses, and I personally have not heard of any negative or complaints, and Chief and his staff, again, as always, have done a very good job. And speaking of which, we had Lisa in our recreation department meet with our Sheriff's Department and Chief Smith today, getting ready for Friday night. The new field house, our goal is to accommodate our student athletes in the high school, entering into the Dr. Ellis Gate, as we call it. The general public would enter into a gate that we put up last year during the construction process. And we encourage everyone to come on out Friday night, cheer on the Cougars, and enjoy a good football game, and be mindful of traffic flow and the restroom situation. We apologize, but that's a big project that we've been involved in down there over the last year and a half. A huge project, and one that certainly has been highly spoken of here in the community, and everyone that's walked through our facility down there has had high praise for it, and I can't wait till we take folks through Booty Albert, underneath Booty Albert Stadium, and what was built in 1962, and has been given a lot of love over the last several years, but hard work is going on down there right now. And kudos to the people that built that place. They were not shy about using concrete in 1962. Of course, that's when the first game was played, September 62, but the construction and the spans and everything on that stadium, it'll be there for a long time. Just great workmanship on those people. I'd like to wrap up on the city manager report tonight. Some of you folks participated in our Virginia Main Street program back a few weeks ago. I know that I mentioned Terry and her wonderful work with all of this, working on behalf of small business in the city, her guiding hands with Old Town Covington, and all the hard work she does to promote us. It does my heart good when people write nice things about us and about our people. They don't do that just for the fun of it, they do it for the sincerity of it, and it takes a little bit of time and thought to recognize our people. And I want to read a little something to you. This is from Jessica. Of course, we had the Virginia Main Street, the Friends of Southwest Virginia, and our folks from Michigan that was doing the study on us. Thank you so much for the incredible hospitality shown during the Virginia Main Street visit to Covington. The entire team felt so welcomed by your community. Covington is such a special place with even better people. I look forward to my next visit. Take care, Jessica. Says a lot about us, people. We're moving in a good direction. It's not going to happen overnight, and as you hear me say many times, and even mentioned to staff this morning, we're better off today than we were yesterday. We'll be better off tomorrow than we are today. So I appreciate you folks supporting us. I appreciate you believing in our vision, and it's good to call Covington home. So, any questions from council? Good. Thank you. Thank you, Doug.
And now we're going to have the report from the city attorney.
Good evening, Council. Just wanted to give you a brief update from the legal side of things. Back in July, on July 16th of this year, the corporation that is the parent corporation of Virginia Review sued the small business coordinator, Ms. McClung, alleging certain Freedom of Information Act violations. We had a hearing on July 21st in which all 3 petitions that were filed alleging those allegations were dismissed by the court. The argument was that the Freedom of Information Act does not permit filing suit against an individual, only local government entities. So the court agreed with our argument and dismissed all 3 of those cases without prejudice. Subsequently, on July 29th, Mr. Repslin filed suit again against the city and Ms. McClung for various FOIA violations. The petition against Ms. McClung, when we had the hearing on August 4th, was summarily dismissed with prejudice because the court again, reminded the plaintiff that she's an individual and she cannot be sued under the Freedom of Information Act. The remaining 3 petitions were also dismissed following that hearing. So I just wanted to give you an update on the status of those court cases. It appears that we have been successful in defending in all cases. Obviously, that does not prohibit any potential appeal and/or additional suits being filed, but I just wanted to give you an update on where things stood. Okay?
Sir, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, is there any old business? Anybody? Any new business? All right.
I move that the Covington City Council enter into closed session pursuant to section 2.2-3711A 3 of the Code of Virginia for the limited purpose of discussion or consideration of the acquisition of real property and public purpose where discussion in an open meeting would adversely affect the bargaining position of the public body related to properties located in the city.
All right, is there any further business? Anything anybody has to say? If so, yes, sir.
I know I'm late, sorry. I'm sorry I'm late. I'd like to speak a few minutes. One of them, I want to thank you all for what you've done so far. It's showed appearance, it's helped the city of Covington, but we still got a lot to do. And I know you know that. Another thing, we call this historical Covington, right? That's what the place is down there. Why not make it real historical? Come up with a drive-in theater somewhere. I mean, that's just ideal, might not be able to happen. But a long time ago, we had a drive-in theater, man. And these young kids have a place to go, you know. They probably enjoy getting in the car watching the movies. They got ones down here at Holmes, and it stays full. I'm not saying that Golden Covington, but I got it's worth a shot. Anyway, that's all I had to say.
What was your name, sir?
Charles Anderson,
And your address?
423 West Locust Street, Covington, Virginia.
Okay. Gotta have that for the record.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
That's all I had to say.
Okay, thanks, sir. If there's no other business, I'm gonna go ahead and adjourn this meeting and we're gonna go to closed session.
I don't have hearing aids, so you can't hear me.
Hop out of the way, Gavin.
Yeah, I know, I'm already there.
It's a constant battle. It's a constant battle.
Yeah, and Dave, please stay. Congratulations. Cindy, how are you doing?